Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we saw cricket protein powder in the grocery store and we're not too sure if we're super excited to try it or super grossed out by the fact that it's even available. But in any event, we're here. We're watching Sito playing as the Aztecs in red, prepared to take on Hera playing as the Persians in blue. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at these two powerful civilizations we'll be watching today. Now, the Aztecs are what I like to call a warrior monk civilization. Their monks gain 5 hit points for every tech that's researched, so a fully upgraded Aztec monk comes with a massive 95 HP compared to the usual 30 or 45. And to help pay for all of these upgrades, which as you know are quite expensive, any relic collected by the Aztecs does generate 33% more gold. Now, on the field of battle to support their monks, Aztec military units, all of them are produced 11% faster. Their skirmishers can be upgraded to get extra range and attack, and their infantry can be upgraded to get a massive +4 general attack boost, which is great for the Aztecs because their unique unit is the Jaguar Warrior, a middle-of-the-road infantry unit that comes with a good attack bonus against other infantry. Now, to help support the Aztec military-industrial complex, Aztec villagers carry 3 extra resources right from the start of the game, and they do start the game with 50 extra gold. Take a look at the top left of your screen. You'll see 150 gold there, so you either get loom for free, or you add a few militiamen to your attack, or you just bank and sit on those resources and try to get your butt up to castle just a little bit quicker. Opposing the Aztecs, we have Hera playing as the Persians, an economic powerhouse with a tech tree that's incredibly diverse and strong. In addition to getting access to every single economic upgrade available in the game, the Persians do start the game with extra food and extra wood. Their town centers work progressively faster, starting in feudal all the way up to 20% faster in imperial, and they can be a pain in the butt to raid because take a look at this, their town center. Take a look at the bottom of your screen, 4,800 HP compared to the usual 2,400. By the way, the same thing applies to docks. They both have double the HP, the hit points, but I'm not really expecting to see a lot of docks on this map, given the fact that, well, basically that's the water that we're working with. Now, using their very powerful economic advantages, the Persians generally focus on cavalry. Their Nightline units come with extra attack against archers. They're the only civ in the game to have access to hussars, paladins, and heavy camel riders, with every single cavalry upgrade available from both the stable and the blacksmith. And by the way, the availability of these upgrades, Gazelle almost lost control of it there. Is he going back for the last one? Yes, he is. As I was about to say, the availability of all of these cavalry upgrades does bode well for the Persians because their unique unit needs absolutely no introduction. I'm, of course, talking about the War Elephant. This is an elephant unit that comes with a powerful attack, a huge amount of hit points, does trample damage, but is super expensive and super slow, although it can be upgraded to work walk or waddle or whatever you want to say, called move, basically 30% faster. Now, to help their cavalry on the field of battle, the Persians can upgrade their crossbows into trash units, basically, by making them cost only 60 wood and absolutely no gold. Hera here pulling an elephant. This villager has taken a lot of damage, has to garrison quickly or ungarrison the others and take care of that elephant. Beautiful start here for both players. It looks like our Aztec, off the back of 2 fewer villagers, is already going up to Feudal Age. 17 villagers to Hera's 20, now 3 villager disparity. And on top of that, that Persian economic bonus starts kicking in Feudal Age, where their town centers just start working faster and faster. But let's take a look at the map. While our players, I guess, both go up to feudal, no one really exploring too intensely at the moment. Hera kind of approaching the periphery of our Aztec base. Our Aztec, where is his? Is his Eagle Warrior garrisoned? Okay, Eagle Warrior, Eagle Scout rather, at this stage of the game. Looks like he took some damage. Maybe he used it to pull one of the huntables. Let's take a look. Hera has seen the house, has seen the best lemon bushes in the world with the pretty blue butterflies that we are not allowed to touch. and knows exactly now where his opponent is. His opponent having hit Feudal 40 seconds ahead of Hera. But look at this base. Talk about an open base. Look how far the forests are from the town center. Primary gold off to the side, primary stone in the back, and a secondary gold patch to the back as well. So not terrible, but also not great. And let's take a look in the, as well at Hera's base, see if his forests are just as far away. I feel like his are a tiny bit closer, right? I mean, this is a good 7 tiles, I would say. The other one's even further. Hera has a forest here to the back that's a little bit closer, but in exchange for that benefit, look at the liability. The entire southern portion of his base is completely open. At least Sitaux has a forest here in the center. Where's Hera's primary gold? Nice and secure in the back, as is his primary stone. And then he's got a few more mineral patches to the back and a tertiary Tetris piece to the front. So I don't know, no real advantage, disadvantage, pluses and minuses for both players. It is our Aztec moving out first with 2 Eagle Scouts and an Archer. Where's the second Archer? Is he going to move forward, or is he just going to leave him inside the range for now? Yeah, leaves both of the Archers inside the range for now. Sees the house, runs away. I guess didn't really like what he saw in there. Who knows what's going on inside these houses? Not us. Or maybe he saw exactly something he loves. He's just waiting for reinforcements. 3 and 3 make 6. And he's got a spearman joining as well. I wonder if he did see the cluster of cavalry that Hera is preparing to meet him. He definitely sees it now. Hera turns around, gets wind of this army, realizes that, hey, I see some scouts, but archers and a spearman are not something that I want to contend with right now. Goes back, gets reinforcements of his own. Army supply 9 to 6. Villager. Hera is just ahead 1 villager now. Our Aztec has caught up somewhat. And now we've got the armies of counters, as you sometimes see in Feudal Age. Archers for Sitaux, skirmishers for Hera, scouts for both players, a spearman thrown into the mix. So when you have armies that kind of counter each other, it becomes a game of positioning here. And you can see Hera keeping his spearmen, or skirmishers rather, on the left flank so they can catch these archers, which are moving to the left side, just like he did right there. But a bit of a slower reaction means that only 1 shot goes off. And I believe all of the javelins basically missed, unless I'm mistaken. Somebody's got 1 less HP in these units. We're not going to try to investigate who, but Hera taking advantage of the fact that the Aztecs have no cavalry whatsoever, moves in with the very much more mobile cavalry units that he has. But let's see, what will Sitaux do? Will he double back, or will he just go and put on aggression of his own? Decides to double back. Hera wisely disengages. So far, no kills for anybody. Oh, it looks like we're about to see some kills, I hope. No, Hera disengages. What's the HP like? Oh, very close. Almost got this 1 villager here. But with her 12 HP, she is back to foraging. And here we go. The Eagles are extending a little bit too much, too forward here, perhaps. And both players disengage from one another. Okay. 15 army supply to 13. Sitaux still down 1 villager. And let's see. Players are on opposite side of this forest. This isn't good. Kind of looks like Australia, this forest. Oh, man. Sometimes when I'm editing my videos and I hear myself talking back, I'm like, did you drop like acid or something when you were casting this? Did you eat an edible of some kind? This looks like Australia. What the hell are you talking about? In any event, first kill here goes to Hera, gets himself an archer. And the high ground, by the way. Oh no, these Aztec archers are on the low ground against skirmishers whose entire life purpose exists to kill them. Hera here getting the better trade. It looks like 11 kills to 6, 12 to 6, 13 to 6. It just keeps getting worse and worse here for Sitaux. I'm not sure why he's chasing forward with these scouts. Okay, now that the actual scout cavalry is dead, what will he do? He disengages, of course. No point in throwing these away. They are obviously the stronger unit, but not against 9 to 2 when you're already at 40% of your HP. And Sitaux continuing to build archers, knowing that Hera's got a bunch of skirmishers out. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Some games, you know, are easy to say the player, oh, I think he's going to go cavalry. I think he's going to go infantry archers. There are some civilizations that are very predictable, and they're quite frankly designed to be predictable. But then there's civilizations like the Persians, the Chinese, that are just so versatile. The only thing I can say for sure about what we're going to see today, assuming I end up casting this game and posting it, is that we're very unlikely to see cavalry out of our Aztec. The only way we're going to see that is if Shallot warriors come out, and 99 times out of 100, they do not. That was a squeak of some kind of bird on the map. Oh no, Sitaux didn't finish his wall off here, which means Hera's back with scouts, skirmishers. And Sitaux's army is quite rinky-dink here. So all of that was to say I'm very excited for these two to match up and to play these two civs. I mean, the Aztecs, like I said, the one thing you can say about the Aztecs, they're probably not going to go cavalry. Everything else is completely open to them, in a general sense. Look at him in the back here looking for an avenue of attack. Oh my god, is he going to get in? Is Hera going to miss this house? Yes, he does, right? Oh, Sitaux gets in right at the last second. Starts poking and prodding away at these villagers. Will he kill one or even both? This is a long road to get back to the settlement. He's not blocking with one of the scouts, though, which means... Okay, no, she ends up dying. That just goes to show you how early game aggression with these weaker scout units. It does take such a long time to kill any units. Hera with a throw of another scout, and now he's taking on these eagles with villagers. Villagers with loom versus scouts. Not a bad trade. At the same time, he is still back in Sitaux's base. We'll keep an eye on that with the picture-in-picture. But these eagles are just not dying. 5 kills for these scout units is amazing. And now Sitaux also at the same time chases away Hera's army, which has 7 kills. Take a look at the kill count. All of a sudden jumped for both players. 1 eagle versus 2 scouts. The scouts survive with a little bit of HP, as do Sitaux's scouts. Needs to be very careful there. I don't know if you guys can hear, because I wear headphones when I cast, so I can very much hear all the random animal sounds and noises on the map. And sometimes there's, especially with llamas are the worst for background noise, because they'll just start bleating. B-L-E-A-T, not B-L-E-E-D, and just make such a ruckus. Look at Sitaux. Where the hell are you going? You think there's a relic back there? Okay, Hera bringing in reinforcements. Should be able to get rid of these scouts once and for all, and thus ends all of the aggression for both Aztec and Persian empires, as the players yet again find themselves amassing armies. I was going to say, how's Sitaux going to exit his own base here, but decides to delete one of the palisades unless he wants to go the long route. Man, oh man, are these open maps. And I am expecting a good amount of aggression, to be honest. Both players literally 5 seconds apart from hitting castle, but our Aztec getting there first. Hera, 48 supply. Sitaux, 52. Villager count identical. Army supply slightly different. Squires versus light cavalry. So we're going to see an infantry versus cavalry game here. Not minding that at all. While the players kind of circle around each other, not wanting to engage until either player really feels they have the upper hand. Let's take a look at the actual bases. Unless, wait a second. Wait a second. Eagle Warrior versus Knights. Oh, this is going to be fun. Never mind. Hera decides to turn around and says, you know what? I've got a +1/+1. You've got a +1/+1. Let's see whose is better. In the middle of the map, no player really that close to reinforcing, although 5 Eagle Warriors show up. And now, by the way, they are warriors. So their Pierce armor jumps up, but not really very helpful against this army of Hera. We'll keep an eye on them in the tiny, tiny corner of our eye, but let's see what Hera's actually building. 2 stables, an archery range, the original barracks, and a siege workshop. So Hera's got one of everything. Honestly, Mangonel, not a terrible idea. Hera's shown himself to be quite the master at the attack ground strategy. Although, look at that, not revealing, knowing that if he revealed that Mangonel right now, those eagles would be so close they could snipe it. The knights are out there taking on eagle warriors. What's the attack speed of an eagle? Is it just a basic 2 of most, if not all, infantry? Yeah, 2. And the knights is, I always forget if it's 1.8 or 1.9. 1.8. So knights do attack faster. They do have the home court advantage, but take a look at their HP. They're down less than half of their HP. And look what I was talking about. What did I just say about Hera and his attack rounds? Manages to catch the tail end, literally and punningly, of the 2 eagle warriors. Let's see what our eagle master is doing at home. 4 barracks and an archery range, so we know what direction. And yes, monks are coming out. Always super excited to see monk play out of the Aztec. I mean, Aztecs and Bohemians I like. Bengalis are cool too. Spanish, of course, who doesn't like to see conquistadors? Ooh, Sitaux he's playing with fire here, sending one warrior forward to attract an attack round. Does exactly that, takes a bit of a ball to the back of the head, or maybe a rock to the back of the head. And let's see how many relics our Aztec has seen. Doesn't look like he's seen any relics. He's so close to this one. But he's the one poking and prodding. Hera, half the army supply, but 10 more villagers thanks to that Persian economic town center. That vulture screeches. Man, 27 eagle warriors. But they're only at a +1/+1. What's Hera's upgrades looking like? Also just +1/+1, but they attack faster. They've got more HP. No attack bonus against eagles. +3 attack bonus against cavalry. Not a lot of people realize, or I shouldn't say not a lot. When I was first starting to cast and I started the channel, there would be comments on my videos like, I didn't know, why did the eagles do so well? Why did they do this? Eagles come with a lot of attack bonus. Take a look at this. Camel and cavalry. Fishing ship. Okay. Monk +8. Siege +3. I mean, siege +3 is not bad. That's almost Mangudai level bonus, right? So, yeah. These are some pretty cool units. I love seeing eagle warriors. I mean, my favorite, as I've said many times, are the Mayans with the El Dorado extra 40 HP. Aztecs are the eagles that come with extra +4 attack, and the Incas come with extra armor. Oh, it all depends who you're fighting, right? If you're going to go do a bunch of raiding, you might want more HP, more armor. If you're going to take on an army straight head on, you might want more attack. 3 eagles. Oh my goodness, the attack rounds from Hera. So far, 4 kills. And the scouts, light cav at this point, keeping an eye out, making sure no reinforcements are streaming out from Red's base. And Hera, having seen no reinforcements, is probably super duper happy at the moment, saying, hey, this is what you've got. I mean, look, it's 29 army supply here. It's not a small amount, but its HP is down about 250, which is about 15%. Hera's army is at perfect HP, but he's only got 16. Oh, and he's cutting the army off. Is this a fight Hera wants to take? The pikemen, move them to the other side. Let the pike engage. Hera takes the high ground on the right, the low ground to the left. His knights look like they're edging this army out just barely. I don't think he's going to survive with any more than, what, 2 or 3 knights? Oh, but the attack rounds again. Poke, and die. How many does he survive with? Only 5 knights. 16 kills among the surviving cadre of knights. And now they're going to get healed up. You guys know my thoughts about babysitting and units in this game. Hera the best at it. What happened here? Did these guys snipe a monk while I wasn't looking? We'll have that in picture-in-picture if they did, but 3 relics potentially for our Aztec. What's the HP on the monks? It's at 55 already. Remember, fully upgraded, 95 Hera here. I was going to say moving very aggressively with the castle, but decides to back off, having seen this massive infantry army. Even with the mangonel shots, he can't risk losing villagers. Although now that the mangonels are here, the cavalry's here. A very forward castle becomes a very kind of middle of the road castle. What the hell are you doing? This seems very biblical to me. A monk in the desert at the edge of the world with a lion. Who was it? I forget the Greek fable. Was it Greek? Ah, I forget the name of the person who was it that pulled the thorn from the lion's paw and then was thrown in a dungeon to fight a bunch of wild animals, and that same lion refused to fight him and saved his life, basically. I forget. I'll remember it probably. The way my brain works, when I don't think about something, I remember exactly what the hell's going on. But in any event, Hera's got a castle up, another monastery for our Aztec, whose monks still have 55 HP. A fourth town center for our Persians. Our Aztec is on one only. He is starting to fall behind in a huge way. Economically, 60 villagers to almost 100. Oh, man. I'm really curious to see what Sitaux plans on doing here. His army supply is I mean, technically 30% bigger, but it's pikemen. And yes, pikemen are a great quote-unquote counter to the knights, but you need a lot more than one-on-one. One pike versus one knight is not going to win you the game, especially not with how many... Okay, he's down to one mangonel. Okay, maybe he heard me from the future. Oh my god. Our Aztec is going to have all 5 relics. Remember, they generate 33% more gold. Ooh, we'll keep an eye out. What is he converting? The house? Okay. So the monks are here. At the same time, Hera is pushing forward with a body of knights. But he's pushing into a bunch of monks. Let's see how this works out for him. Okay, so far loses 4 knights. That is not good at all. And 4 knights and a blacksmith. Uh-oh. Okay, Aztecs. I think they were on the high ground, those monks, which means they survived a little bit longer. And now Hera's just throwing away cavalry. Wow. The monks are inside the base. Oh, no. Androcles. Androcles was the name of the guy. Oh my god. Hera, are you going to delete this? Are you going to delete this? Are you going to let this happen? Hera's letting it happen. Of course, the game where I open my big mouth and say that there's no way we're going to see Aztec cavalry. Sitaux converts a stable, and not only does he convert a stable, Hera lets it happen. At the same time, Eagle's in the back. We'll keep an eye out on the top left of our screen. Shalot warriors. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love this unit so much. It's such a cool unit. Where the hell were these villagers going? He's got 1,295 stone. Someone's about to drop a castle. Hera, predicting the direction these villagers are going to go, says, I can't really micro a million things at once. Even I have my limits. Where's the Shalot? Look at this unit with his big old club. I love the sound it makes. Oh my god. I had to open my big mouth, huh? Oh my god, monk healing up these villagers, not bad. We're gonna zoom out, see the chaos that is erupting in Hera's base all of a sudden. He's at the same time decides this is the moment I want to put on a bit of a more aggressive, but not really super aggressive castle. Talk about aggressive castle. Look at Sitaux. Holy moly. Our Aztec wants to end this, and he wants to end it yesterday. Why? Because Hera's already an Imperial, and Sitaux is nowhere close. There is a clock now on our Aztec, and that clock is spelled T-R-E-B-U-C-H-E-T. Oh man, I just wanted to say the T-R-E-B part, and then I said, you know what the hell, might as well spell trebuchet fully. Oh my goodness. The question here, now we've got a Jaguar warrior as well. Sito is literally throwing everything he can at our Persian, knowing that there is a clock. Why is there a clock? Because blue's an Imperial, and he's about to get out Trebs. How many? 3 Trebs, which means none of this infrastructure means a damn thing. He just needs to survive a few more minutes with these villagers. He's got an army supply of 4. It's hand cannoneers, the bane of the Mesoamerican civs. Sito has a window here. He's got literally a window of a few minutes. He needs to build, in my opinion, a siege workshop or 3 and start pumping out rams. You can't let Hera take down your castles. These castles are basically nerfing Hera's economy. Another Shalot. Where are you going? Remember, these guys are basically designed to be knights, base attack of a 10, but because the funny thing is, because the Aztecs, take a look at the top left, there's no cavalry upgrades whatsoever. They are basically stuck with the melee attack upgrades, and that's it. Town center falls, monastery falls, 2 relics need to be relocated ASAP. At the same time, oh no, now Hera's pushing out with annoying little pokes and prods of cavalry. The Shalot catches a whole bunch of villagers here, whacking away at them, but first Aztec castle falls, second is now in jeopardy. What are the monks looking like now? Still just 55 HP. No more cavalry for our Aztec. Will he finish it? 97, 98, 99. Yes, he does. One last unit does pop out, or maybe not. Hera leaving this alive with 91 hit points. Poking and prodding to the right. Destroying to the center. Fighting to the left. How many kills on the shot? 7 kills on this one unit. Sito's not getting the damage he needs. He's got 40 army supply. 22 of that is in Eagles, which is absolutely fantastic. But he needs siege. He needs some kind of damage dealer, and a pikeman versus 4, 5 hand cannoneers is definitely not that. He's got to get a bit more wood, I think, our Aztec. So far, Hera doing a good job surviving. Man, it was scary there for him for a minute. Okay, using villagers, using literally everything he can. Sito doing a fantastic job, by the way, of throwing the kitchen sink at the Persians, knowing that there's a clock, knowing that if this castle falls, it might as well be GG. A bunch more Eagles, +2, +1. Why are you not fully upgraded, Mr. Eagle? Take a look at villager count. No, Hera hasn't done major raiding, I don't think. This is just a low villager count for the Aztecs. He's let half the villager count, down 60 population versus our Persian in blue, who says, you know what? I know Eagles are coming. I don't want to defend myself in 7 different locations, so I'm just going to whip out 29 villagers to build this castle. Red running not so low on stone, can defend this castle, especially now that it's only just 1 trebuchet, but in comes a second from the top left of our screen. What happened to the treb over here? It must have fallen as well. Sito is sitting on 4 relics. The monk is, I think, going to go pick up the 5th. Okay, castle is up. Hera feels safe. More farms heading his way. He's got the wood for it. Villagers aren't working. They repaired it, I guess, to 100% and then forgot that it's there. Sito focusing on something else. Now they start working. Are you producing anything? Okay, now the siege workshop comes out. Okay, I thought rams, but mangonel's not terrible. Why are you attacking a lumber camp that's not doing anything? Okay, maybe an oversight for just a quick second. Or maybe not. And look at Hera's base on the mini-map. He has taken control of a quarter of the map. And not only has he taken control of it, look at how condensed it is. So full of stuff. And here we go. Now the Lycav are going to come and start harassing these villagers, probably. No, never mind. They just bypass the villagers altogether, drawing the Jaguars away. Oh, Sito with a good attack round there. But the castle is down. 2 minutes away from Imperial. I don't know that that was the right move for our Aztec. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should he just stuck to Castle Age? I mean, look at what Hera's building. Not really that crazy of an army. Light cav and hand cannoneers. These are not hussars. I mean, the hand cannoneers are a pain in the ass. But it's not like the Aztecs don't have decent skirmishers. I mean, no thumb ring, no no ring archer armor. Oh, man. But they do come with +1 attack, +1 range with the Yacht upgrade. Which is, by the way, remember, a Castle Age upgrade, so he can get it. I don't know that going up to Imperial, it was the right move here. That is 1,800 resources you could have spent on military siege, and now the Hussars are out, and now it's too late. Yeah, this is just a... yeah. I don't know how else to put it. This is basically dead man walking here. Will he get a convert on one of the hand cannoneers? He does not. And that is all she wrote, I think, for our Aztec in red, who is being rated to the right. He's being rated to the left with Hussars not fully upgraded, so packing less of a punch than they should be. But now Hera getting iron casting. Probably won't get forging. Who's kidding who? That's 100 seconds to research that. And to be honest, I don't know that Sitaux even has 100 seconds. Look at his base. He's got a few towers. He's got nothing at home to defend against this. I'm surprised Hera's even wasting his time over here on the left instead of just pushing in all the way on the right with his entire army. And now the Eagles, who are elite, but not, I mean, what's the point of having elite Eagles if you just have +1 armor and +2 attack? Oh no. Disaster for our Aztec, who for a few minutes really did look like he was about to destroy Hera's base here from this beautiful castle flank attack of his. I want to remind myself to see how much relic gold our Aztec took with that Aztec bonus. But at the end of the day, sweeping over his opponent with Hussars, Hera just says, you know what? You, I think, made a critical... Oh, I shouldn't say Hera says that. I'm saying that. Isaac is saying that. I think our Aztec should have basically, once he had the 2 castles here, made himself at home, a bunch of barracks, maybe 2 siege workshops, allocate a bunch of villagers to wood, because at the time I think he only had about, what, 250 wood, so 1 military structure. Right now he's got 1,000, so a bunch more he could build. But what he doesn't have now is time, because the game is over. And look at this, Hera. 13? No, 15 stables. Oh, goodness gracious. Ooh, 132 Eagles to 96 Hussars, 157 PKPM right at the beginning of the game. Hera with his usual 200 to 300 in the early stages as well. And let's take a look. 3,500 gold. 3,500 gold. You know, there's not a lot of games where relic gold makes that big of a difference, but my goodness, that is a lot of Eagle Warriors. Let's take a look at the resources in total, though. Look at that difference. 30,000 difference in resources is absolutely ridiculous. Did I not start the game by saying the Persians are an economic powerhouse? I mean, I say that, but I also said that the Aztecs probably won't go cavalry, and then literally 5 seconds later, Shalot warriors appear. What an absolute bloodbath. Actually, let's see converts. 22 converts for our Aztec is not bad at all. That is not bad. The kill count isn't that crazy. What's the army high? Yeah, look at that. 54 to 41 is not that huge of an army difference. So 22 converts could have probably hurt Hera a lot. 253 kills to 174. It looks like our Aztec did kill more villagers. Not surprising with that push to the right. Take a look at all of these empty farms. Nobody tilling these fields right up until the last moment when the Trebs arrived, gunned down the castle, gunned down the siege workshop. But had our Aztec in red just made himself a bit of a proxy base here, who knows? The game could have lasted another 20, 30 minutes. And at that point, we've seen players do that before. We've seen them take on opponents who are in age above them, Imperial to Castle, for example, by just saying, you know what? I'm not even going to waste minutes and minutes of time going up to the next age. I'm not going to waste 1,800 resources. That is food and gold that I can shove into Eagle Warriors, and probably should have upgraded them before going up to elite. But having seen the hand cannoneers about 7-8 minutes ago, could have gone skirmishers. I mean, I say he should have done this, he should have done that. His resources were limited, as everything in life. Age of Empires is really, at the end of the day, at the, who's kidding who? It's a game of economics. Is what do you do with your limited resources? Do you invest in this unit and that type of unit and this class and upgrades? Do you in technologies? What do you do with your non-unlimited? I'm just gonna say limited. Not unlimited sounds really stupid. So I'm just gonna say limited resources. In any event, Hera here just duking it out, taking a bit of a flank. Sitaux, a fantastic job, by the way, of crushing into the side of Hera's base here. But at the same time, Hera take a look at this, a fantastic job pivoting away from where the attack came. And just with that stronger Persian economy, whether or not the economic bonus of the Persian accounted for his economic dominance versus the fact that he just had literally double the villager count for most of the game. A lot more villagers. What was it, 60 to 100 at some point? That's more than 50%. That's like 65% advantage for Hera. So I don't know if how much of his economic advantage stems from the Persian bonus versus the fact that he just had 4 town centers when our Aztec had 1, and we're just able to keep producing a bigger, massive economy. Look at this base. This is an incredibly impressive base. This is a bit more sparse just because, again, there's no farms here, there's no lumberjacks here, and ultimately using that powerful economic advantage, Hera is just able to hold. And not only that, he gets his butt up to Imperial first. And with that comes the countdown, spelled TREB. And with that treb, with those trebs, the castles disappear. 1, 2, town center goes down. And with those demolitions, so too go the hopes of our Aztec. And using that advantage, that time advantage, that imperial advantage, and the fact that his opponent wasn't really, after building the castles, kind of stopped putting on aggression on this side. We saw Eagles go left, we saw Eagles go center, but on this side, didn't really clear out a lot. And using that, Hera takes the big W, but truly, what a fun game. GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.